Kashish has a platform where we nurture younger filmmakers who make films on education, irrespective of their own sexual orientation. That's what we're working at. Like, especially also a lot of regional languages. In fact, both the films which I saw was interesting, that Marathi and Marathi, Hindi. I think we need to also make these films in the local languages so that more people can understand more. I could see the reaction, when people were sitting here, I could see them. But did you want to make a Hindi film or something to start off your journey with it?
Not really. See, Marathi comes naturally because that's my mother tongue. So when I get to writing, these days I think in English, but Marathi comes very naturally. The dialogue comes very naturally. Again, it's a dialect. It's not the Marathi spoken in Bombay. It is the Marathi spoken in the which is where I'm from. So it comes very naturally. So I think you should tell your own stories. You should tell your personal stories.
Sending a signal to the government, a not so subtle one, to go in a certain direction?
I mean, it's highly possible, but the way we look at things is that, the way we work with collaborators, we don't necessarily need that acceptance. We're working towards basically mainstream society and putting our lives out there for them. So in that sense, the acceptance that comes from the government or the athletes or whatever, that's not really what we are doing. We just want to put content out there. I mean, I'm very selfish. The reason why I became a publisher is because I could not get to their stories. The reason why I'm sort of creating a channel for short stories like this is because I could not see, short stories in multiple languages available freely all over. So we have taken a slightly, non-mainstream attitude in how we perceive and what we produce out there. So for us, it doesn't really matter. We will put whatever we need. So that's why you see a lot of swearing in there.
Film we will be showing at Kashish. It will be shown on Saturday evening. We are really happy that we are showing it here once again. So I would like to call upon Nishant Roy also, from Body, and Ms. Shobna. Join us. So how is showing again at it's not a gay film per se, as such. It's a larger struggle.
And I don't think, I think all my films have been gay films. People have always felt that this sort of homoerotic.
For me, what was interesting also is Dr. Siddha's journey, has been a very, very tumultuous, difficult journey in terms of the ups and downs he went through in the last few years of his life. And you have brought it up so beautifully, and not actually also extremely politicizing the issue. If the political is there, but I think what you've done is you've placed the personal above the political. And I think that is a victory in terms of the way you've taken that. Was it a conscious decision or emerged?
When Apurva was writing the film, both of us, our approach, even whether it was Shahid, whether it was City Lights, my previous work.
So she was just for me, Chitra, when I work with that, people, when I get questions about, how do I deal with my parents? So Chitra is my go-to person because she's a parent.
Right.
So she talks quite well with the parents and convinces them about certain issues and things like that. And she just sobbed through that dialogue and she loved it. She just could not stop talking about it. It was great. I'm actually not a filmmaker. I'm just first time. There's not enough content. Yes,
we have been in touch.
Yes.
We keep telling ourselves that ऐसा होता तो अच्छा होता, पर वैसा नहीं है. And then you come back. So I think it's just a cinematic tool that you shifted. No conscious decision, but it keeps happening inside. I think the mind of the cinematographer and the filmmaker.
In fact, what we are really excited about also is the fact that this year we almost received around 70 Indian films out of 800 submissions. We received a humongous number of LGBT films from all over the world. But 70 of them were Indian, and it was a tough choice for us to even pick up the best of the best, in terms of putting it.
Are we opening with an Indian film?
We are opening with Carol,
which is a pity.
which is a pity.
Mami took that initiative of opening with Aligarh, having an opening film as an Indian film. And I think
If we had Aligarh as a opener, if it was waiting, then I would have taken this right away. So, if I could have,
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you what, Hansal, let me be very honest, okay? Films which are going to be released do not want to open with Kashish. Okay, they do not, their marketing team, their production team do not want that particular attachment, to Kashish even now. Because there are 2 films which are releasing,
It's a conversation we can have offline.
What I'm saying, like, I mean, no, what I'm saying, like, there's one film which is releasing now, okay, which we wanted a premium status.
Right.
But I know the apprehensions which are there,
But even festivals, see, the thing is, even I'm not talking about Aligarh.
Correct.
It could have been Dara as an opening film.
Opening film, that's what.
But if we, take that initiative, so what if the film is released? There's this whole scramble for premier status. But if you take that initiative and say, okay, Ian McKellen is attending and he's going to sit and watch an Indian film, it's a huge support to the, LGBT cinema of the country. हर फिल्म से कुछ नई सीख मिलती है जो हम अपनी आगे वाली फिल्मों में जिसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जिसका इस्तेमाल नहीं करते कि भाई ये गलत था, शायद ये तो हम गलतियों से सीखते हैं। इंसान वही है, इंसान अपनी गलतियों से सीखता है और आगे बढ़ता है।
Itu